Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a world that's, well, a little complicated international finance. But we're going to do it through a lens that's kind of whimsical, yet totally spot on. We're talking about the global monkey economy, tariffs, trade, and crypto. Because it turns out, by looking at how a theoretical jungle operates, we can actually get a perfect read on the very real forces shaping our own global markets today. Okay, let's dive into this. Why does a banana from another jungle cost so much more? It sounds like a simple riddle, right? But honestly, it's the foundational question of all international trade. I want you to picture a monkey. Now, this monkey has perfectly fine everyday bananas right there in their own local jungle. But one day, they catch wind of this truly delicious, exotic, premium banana grown exclusively in a neighboring jungle. Naturally, our monkey wants it. But as we're about to see, getting your hands on that foreign banana isn't nearly as simple as just reaching across a tree branch. Section 1. Welcome to the jungle. We'll be looking at the basics of monkey economics. Section 2. The cost of borders, and exactly why those imported bananas are so incredibly expensive. So look, in our monkey's home turf, local trade is completely straightforward. But the second they want goods from a different jungle, boom, economic friction begins. Now, we all know what a tariff is, right? A tax on imported goods. But in monkey terms, it works kind of like this. Before that exotic banana can cross back into the local jungle, the government steps right into the middle of the transaction. They demand their own cut. They actually require the monkey to hand over extra leaves to the authorities just for the privilege of bringing a foreign banana into their local economy. So the crucial point here is that foreign bananas cost more simply because of borders. These tariffs, they artificially pump up the price of that banana way before our monkey even attempts to pay the merchant for the fruit itself. Seriously, think about that for a second. The banana didn't get any better, it didn't get any bigger. It just got significantly more expensive, literally because it had to cross an invisible, bureaucratic line drawn between the trees. All right, Section 3, the leaf card problem and the friction of traditional banking. But unfortunately for our monkey, the tariff is literally just the start of the headache. Today's monkey relies on a leaf card. It basically represents the clunky, traditional banking system they use to store their wealth. And as our source explicitly points out, there are, quote, fees for using leaf cards in other monkey countries. The authors argue that it isn't just the government tariff that hurts the buyer. The leaf-based banking system itself adds a penalty for engaging in global trade. When our monkey tries to buy that foreign banana, the traditional bank sees the transaction crossing borders and slaps on these frustrating hidden extra fees just for the inconvenience of translating local leaves into foreign leaves. The whole process is just agonizingly multi-layered. You swipe your card, you're forced to cough up a jungle conversion fee, and then you wait and you wait some more just for this sluggish transaction to clear across the different banking systems. We're actually going to slow down our pacing right here to really emphasize the absolute friction of this reality as described by the source. You swipe, you get hit with a fee. You wait. The traditional leaf system is painted as incredibly inefficient, totally bogging down what really should be a completely simple, joyful exchange of value. Which brings us to Section 4, the crypto banana solution, representing direct value exchange. And this brilliantly illustrates the stark contrast our source material draws between these two systems. On one hand, you've got leaf cards, which are described as slow, burdened with high fees, and stubbornly jungle-specific. But on the flip side, crypto is presented as quicker, cheaper, and inherently borderless. The authors point out that cryptocurrency acts as a sort of universal digital asset. By putting the two side by side, the source argues that the crypto approach is significantly faster and way more efficient compared to legacy banking systems. So the source details exactly how this technology claims to actually solve the problem. First off, it allows for a direct banana-to-banana exchange, meaning true peer-to-peer value transfer. Second, it completely bypasses those traditional leaf-based banks that nickel and dime you for conversions. Third, because the banks are totally removed from the equation, the authors state we get significantly quicker international transactions. And finally, the source argues this all results in drastically cheaper cross-jungle fees. So theoretically, our monkey gets to acquire their exotic banana quickly while keeping way more of their wealth. A real game changer. Now, let's bring this metaphor right back home. From monkey jungles to human economies, why does this actually matter to you? Well, because this monkey economy is exactly how our real, human, international trade and traditional banking systems function every single day. When you try to buy goods from another country or, send money to a family member overseas, you're paying real-world tariffs. You're getting hit with hidden conversion fees. You're waiting days for funds to clear. The traditional banking system treats your money exactly the same way the jungle banks treat those leaves.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. And our source material leaves us with this really provocative question. If monkeys can figure out a quicker, cheaper, borderless economy, why on earth are we still swiping leaves? It's a great question, and it completely challenges us to rethink the friction and the fees baked into our current system, presenting a totally different approach to cross-border exchange. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep questioning the systems around you.